Just motherfucker. Schizophrenic, bro. You're trying to swing. Yeah, there's a fly. Oh well.
Hi, welcome to Everything Movie Podcast. I'm here with
Logan, guys. What's up? We are officially back for another movie, which is
One of Them Days.
One of Them Goons. So this was a SZA movie debut, and she was a supporting actress, and I believe our main actress was something Palmer. Do you remember what they were saying?
Keke Palmer.
Keke. And so we have just a movie breakdown. The movie is basically about two roommates trying to make rent due, and the movie starts out basically with one of the girls giving their situationship the money for some reason, and the situationship with a literal 12-inch dong basically dips out and takes the money. And so basically these two are involved with getting that money either back or making new money to pay their rent before they get kicked out. And you have a ton of side hustles they do. They steal Jordans off a telephone pole, and they go and try to get, I guess, borrow money from a bank. And as you guys watch the movie, you'll guys see everything else that ensues. But basically, chaos happens in the third act. And you go from level 1, level 2, all the way up to level 100. And we'll let you guys find out for yourself when you go watch it. But let's just get into what we like and what we didn't like about the movie.
I'll start off. The acting. I love the acting from Keke and SZA.
Shouldn't that motherfucker myself?
Would you eat a shit sandwich with diarrhea in it for $500 billion?
For $500 billion? I shit in that motherfucker myself. Eat that. But do I get to choose who shits in the sandwich?
Yeah, who you want to shit on it?
SZA. Iggy Azalea. We got really. Can I mix and match it and like have two of them shit on it?
So you said you like the character chemistry. Anything else that pops out with you? Because I also agree with you on that.
I feel like this is a definition of a movie just working on its chemistry. I don't want to call. The movie's plot is pretty simple. You're just trying to make rent the whole entire time. And it's like a timeline.
Oh yeah, did you like that timeline? How they had that set out versus maybe it feel like you didn't have that timeline in Training Day, right?
Yeah.
But you did have a timeline in this. Do you feel like that made a difference in the movie for you?
I don't know if I needed a notification every single time, but I definitely don't mind it at all. I don't think it made the movie worse, but I don't think it made the movie necessarily a lot better. I just knew there was an end goal.
I just feel like the timeline for me was kind of just a good, like, ticking time bomb that increased my anxiety for, like, what's happening to the characters as the movie progressed on, because as the time passes by, you're thinking, oh shit, they're more fucked. Oh, now they're even more fucked because they're trying to make progress, and it feels like they have a setback every, like, 30 minutes or so. So I kind of liked that aspect of just increasing the tension and the... Like, okay, what are they going to do? They're going to have to do something even more crazy because at one point they even go in debt past the amount of money they had. So it just, for me, that's why I appreciate the timeline. I would say the story in itself, it was a low-budget film, but you didn't need a high-budget film for this.
Yeah.
Like, the story and idea was fairly grounded.
Yeah.
And the movie is more based off like drama, but in real day events. And this movie is relatable for a lot of people because if you're just working your shitty job and at the end of the day you're just trying to pay, like, due rent, then I feel like a lot of people kind of feel that, it's one of them days,
Yeah.
So
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like that's why a lot of people may like this movie.
We also can go to our after we like a movie, go into the bads. Do you have anything you disliked about the movie?
I would say I haven't gotten to that age where I'm, like, trying to make dues rent. So, like, me personally, I just don't think that that's something that's relatable to me just yet. But I can definitely see that being something that I'll be experiencing, like, later down the road. That's kind of really it as far as negatives for me go. It's also just not my type of film.
Yeah.
Like, I love movies that are high action, high octane, so to speak, and just like really emotional, like in depth and character development. And this movie does have character development, but it's just personally not my like type. What about you?
Okay, I said in my review that on Letterboxd, if you want to look at it, I said the third act was ass. I don't know if I would fully say it was ass, but compared to the first two acts, I think it was definitely a step down. I wasn't a big fan of Lolo. Lolo's acting was...
So tell me about Lolo, who's that, without trying to spoil anything.
Lolo was the main, I guess...
villain, I guess you can speak.
Yeah, but you don't even see him.
He comes into the third act, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just think the third act was just rushed through. It was
think
kind
he
of
was,
predictable acting.
Okay.
Not acting, story.
You think he was what's it called? Like over the top, like dramatic, or maybe like stereotypical, like thug, like
I think he's over the
like
top
uninteresting,
dramatic.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really interesting about him. He's just big old goofball.
I run this town.
Yeah.
Kind of guy. Yeah. Well, cool. I mean, this podcast is fairly short, but let's just get into some movie recommendations for our viewers. This average rating on Letterboxd is a 3.5, and the most common rating is a 4-star. So the overall consensus is that people like the movie for being low budget and I guess relatable. But as far as our opinions go, would you recommend this movie for people to go watch?
Yeah, I definitely recommend it to go watch it just at home. Nothing besides that. I mean, because it's a low budget film, I don't think nothing really necessarily stands out for maybe to go to theaters. But it does its job.
Yeah, I mean, I can get behind that as well. For me, it's kind of on the fence. At the same time, if you're a fan of SZA, or if you just feel like this movie could be relatable to you, I feel like a lot of these subjects that they cover will hit and be like, like what the heck? I've gone through that too. Then go watch it. But if you're something, how I described before, maybe just not being relatable or not your type of film, it's like not the end of the world if you don't watch it. But as far as ratings go, I gave a rating of, I believe, a 7, and I'm gonna pull it up now.
I know you're ready.
You do? Let's go ahead.
You give it a 6.5.
6.5. I was gonna say I would rather have a 6.5 than a 7. So yeah, my rating 6.5 for this movie.
And I have a 6.25. We're actually pretty close in this movie.
Spot on.
Yeah, I think we're pretty in agreement.
What would have raised it for you personally?
I guess maybe because the whole build-up of his making Rent do, maybe more a dramatic finish or a wholesome finish. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad movie.
Yeah. All right. So I guess that concludes for our podcast. Is there any closing words for us?
Make sure to check out our socials down below. And thank you for watching.
See you guys next time.